like a mala of flowers. So beautiful mala of flowers are there. But there are some flowers which are more lovely, more fragrant. There are some small flowers, big flowers. There are some flowers which are totally bad also, giving foul smell. But all these are there in that one mala. And the thread is same everywhere. Same thread is there in all the various flowers. Similarly, a realized master, when he looks at the world, he sees the same tattva in everyone. Even a worst person is also endowed with the same truth. The same Atma is there. The difference only is with respect to the body, with respect to the mind. A bad person is not bad Atma, but the mind is impure. Not the person. The person is that Atma only. There is no difference between Ravan and Ram. Ravan is also that Satchidananda Brahma, and Ram also is Satchidananda Brahma. But Ravan, that Atma had identified with a bad mind. It's like the sun, its reflection is falling into Gangaji, and it is another place, it is falling into gutter water. The sun is same, but the reflection differs. At one place, the reflection is very clear, crystal clear. But at other place, the reflection is not very clear. Similarly, we see different type of people in this world. The difference is only with respect to the body and mind. The Atma is same. The self in me and the self in all is same, not similar, same. So a person who gains this vision is called a Panditaha. It's not just a physical vision, but he gets this vision because of his knowledge, because of his state of realization. Outwardly he might see the difference, but he inside, inner, he knows that all are same. So Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastini Shunicheva Shvapakecha Pandita Samadarshinaha. See, darshan means seeing. But Vyavhar, even a Pandit, a wise person will do differently. There is a very famous saying in Sanskrit, Kriyadvaitam sada kuryat bhavadvaitam na karhichit advaitam trishu lokeshu nadvaitam guruna saha. He says that Advaita Bhavana one should have in our heart, that all of us are one. But while doing Vyavhar, while doing Kriya, we have to see the difference. Because action is performed on the outer form. Like a tiger is also Brahma, a cow is also Brahma, a dog is also Brahma, deer is also Brahma. You have to deal with them differently. Otherwise that Brahma cow will, not cow, tiger might eat. They are different. Or like we wear dress or different ornaments. All the ornaments are made from gold, but there are some ornaments which we wear it on our head, some in our neck, some in our hands, some in our... So at different, on our feet, at different places we wear them. Because they are worn for their form and for their name. But the drishti is that all of them are gold. Like one person is a speaker, he showed a 1,000 rupee note to everyone and asked, "What is this?" He said, 1,000 rupees. Then he crumpled it, just crushed it like this and said, "What is this?" 1,000 rupees. Then he put it on his feet and then pounded it little bit. Then lifted and said, "What is this?" He said, 1,000 rupees. Said the notion that it is 1,000 remained all the time. It was very nice, it was crumbled, crushed, this, that, but it is 1,000. Similarly, the notion that it is gold remains all the time when we see different types of gold ornaments. But one has to use it for different purpose depending on their name and form. Similarly, a wise person looks at this whole world as his own self. Even a tiny little ant crawling on his body, he knows the self in that ant and the self in me is one and the same. A mosquito coming and biting him, the self in that mosquito and self in me is same. That will not destroy the self. It will only destroy the body. The body keeps on changing, not only this body, but all other bodies keep on constantly changing. It's like the ocean. Millions and millions of waves rise and fall, but the water doesn't undergo any change. Water remains water. Water doesn't become milk because the waves are rising. Water doesn't become some acid or something because the waves are falling. Water remains water. Similarly, millions of beings are born and they perish, and again they are born, they again perish. The self remains as it is, unchanged, unaffected. So, shuni chaiva shvapakecha pandita samadarshinaha. This is the drishti of a pandit. Now, one may ask the question that it is also said in our scriptures that we should not treat everyone equally, in the sense if a what you call a wise person is there or a dharmic person is there, a dharmic person is there, they are dealt with differently. You can't deal with them in the same way. So here the Pandit is one who looks at everyone in the same way. So isn't it a dosha? Isn't it a defect? Because he is looking at a saint or a good person also with the same eyes, and he looks at a sinner also with the same eye. Isn't it a defect? Many people say, oh, if in this way if we look, then what will happen to justice? What will happen to all the law and order? Even Gunda comes and you look at him like a Brahma only. And so, this is the drishti of a wise person, not an ignorant person. That is one thing. Another is that this is his drishti, his vyavhar, his interaction will be different with different people. Like Ramchandraji also had this drishti, but he looked at his own self in Ravan also, in Vibhishan also. But he fought with Ravan. He destroyed that body and he protected Vibhishan. Drishti remaining same, his vyavhar was different. So, how come even the drishti is same and there is no dosha, there is no defect in the wise person? Why? What is the reason? That reason is now revealed in the next verse. Ihaiva tarjita sargaha yesham samme stitam manaha nirdosham hi samam brahma tasmad brahmani te stitaha ihaiva tairjita sargaha yesham samme stitam manaha isamam brahma tasmad brahmani te stitaha. Iha eva taihi jitaha sargaha yesham samme stitam manaha. One whose mind is established in samya, samata, and samata is only with respect to Brahma. This saman, what is common in all of us is Brahma alone. Everything else is uncommon. The Prakriti is different. Your body is different, my body, my mind, your mind. Everything else is different, but with respect to Brahma, there is total uniformity. Same Brahma is there in you and me. It's like the electricity is same in all the various bulbs and various equipments. Similarly, that same tattva is there. So one whose mind is established in this samatha, in Ramayana also Tulsidas ji says, Hari Vyapak Sarvatra Samana, सब में समान है हरि, प्रेम ते प्रगट होई मैं जाना, by love he reveals himself. So Bhagwan or the Tattva is saman everywhere. So Esham Samme Stitam Manaha, whose mind is established in this samatha, such a person, Iha eva taihi jitaha sargaha. Here itself he has conquered birth. Sargaha means birth. Birth means birth and death. Conquered this samsara. Means overcome this process of birth and death. Have become free from this constant process of taking birth and dying. Because the limited, that personality is dissolved. That limited personality is no longer there. See, like they on the Republic Day and all, they leave balloon, na? Lots of various balloons are released, different colors, 3 colors. Chalo. And all these balloons, they have that, what you call the air inside. And so many balloons, they are going together. So the air in this balloon and the air in that balloon is different. And they are rising. But when they reach a particular height, the outer this breaks and everything becomes one only there. All the notion of difference just dissolves. Similarly, now at present in the state of ignorance, Atma is as though enclosed